AFL this week, they just had their gather round over in Adelaide. Now, if you're following any AFL pages, AFL in media, or even just AFL pages in general, they made it as if gather round was the best thing since sliced bread. It was a great event, similar to the likes of an NRL Magic Round. You're always going to see those comparisons. But then there's photos coming out of what the AFL gather round was actually like. Didn't really look that good.
Crowd numbers were poor, but the weather in Adelaide was poor.
It was raining.
But McLaughlin, the AFL CEO, did come out and say this was a sellout. Every game's going to be a sellout. We've sold over 190,000 worth of tickets and stuff like that. But it just didn't live up to the hype.
It's like the Fire Festival.
Yeah. It was the Fire Festival of Australian sport at the moment. I mean, they built it up for so long, firstly with a terrible name. But if you had to go, AFL gather round versus NRL Magic Round, why is Magic Round better?
Well, this was the topic of conversation over the last couple of days, post-gather round. And everyone's come out and said Magic Round was much better than gather round. And that was because people had more access to games. Magic Round, you're allowed, all the games were at one venue, Suncorp Stadium.
Yeah.
AFL had their games scattered all across Adelaide. If you wanted to attend every game, you had to buy 7 separate tickets. In the NRL, you just got to buy 1 ticket. So ease of access was there for the NRL. Crowd numbers, I think, were maybe a bit better because they have more games in the AFL. But NRL, I think, just had a better atmosphere outside the stadium. I think Brisbane was a bit more lit up than Adelaide was. And if you look at what people have said post-gather round, they've said it's the Audi version of Magic Round. And that's not me saying that, that's other pundits.
Well, not often the AFL has to learn from the NRL, but pull your finger at AFL. I'm sure they'll improve upon that gather round next year. Magic Round's going to be a big one this year, especially with the Dolphins in there now. We'll most likely be down there trying to cover it on the ground, but I guess we'll see. AFL's got some work to do